One eternity later.
Truth is, I'm tired.
We have an event tomorrow and I have to cook maybe like 50 cakes, and then actually more than 50 cakes. I think I have to cook like 70 cakes, a bunch of cookies and some other stuff. And I was gonna like split it up half and half. I wasn't feeling good one day, so now I have to just progress overload.
It's over 9,000!
Doing everything at once. So baking. Michelle. You need a thing. So I prepped all the cookies. The cookie dough is ready. I had them in the refrigerator, and I'm about to fix up the cookies on the sheet and then just wait. Then after I put them all on the sheet, I'm going to put all the cake batter in a tin. I don't want to have the oven on while I'm working. What I'm going to try to do is prep everything, so when everything is done, all I have to do is just rotate out the oven. Plus it's saving energy. Save the planet. We love that. So I'm prepping everything. You know, once everything is prepped, turn the oven on, let the oven preheat, and then just start putting everything in there. 1 second. This is confetti birthday cake. I turned down the music and I'm gonna prep all of that. I do a scoop. That's how I like measure everything. Is I just do 1 scoop. So on each one of these large pans, it fits 8. So I was counting like all the butter I might need for all this stuff, right? I'm like, okay, I bought 20 cases of butter. 20 cases, which cost me like $72. That wasn't with the tax, that was before tax, right? So I'm like, let me count, because I know I overbought butter. I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna, I have to make like a frozen birthday cake on July 20th. Well, before July 20th. And I was counting it. I was like, yeah, you know, I'm gonna have way more butter for that. I'm gonna have like a lot of leftover butter. I think I don't have enough butter from all this baking I'm doing.
The woman was too stunned to speak.
Big bag, big bag. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to contribute to your big bag. I'm sorry.
Yeah, my bag is loaded up with snacks and different foods. Squeeze into this tiny shirt, my big bag.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
This may or may not be my second time filming this video. It is. I got on my computer to edit this video. I realized half of my clips for this whole thing were filmed in SQ. And if you're wondering what is SQ, it's pretty much in slow motion. So not alone that my video filmed in slow motion for half the event, half the clips I got, half of the talking I did. This event was a lot on me and a lot happened. But there were so many points where I just sat down and I talked about what was happening that are gone because there's no audio and it's slow motion.
Oh, don't cry, are you?
Just keep swimming, just keep swimming. I was supposed to do a pop-up shop and it didn't turn out how I expected. My first pop-up shop I did was last year and that was a disaster because I made like $1,400 worth of stuff. And when I got to put it in the cart, when I was 2 hours from the event happening, I was an hour away and I was headed there. The lady called, well, she texted in the group chat that the whole event was canceled. She let us know on the day of, and I had made all these treats. So I had to scramble and try to sell all these treats, and I was on hustle mode. So this year, around the same time, I wanted to try again and to do a pop-up shop. I found a pop-up shop that was around like 3.5 hours away from me. I didn't actually end up going to the event because I was super tired. I was drained and I did not want to, I still had so much to do. And it's just like there were so many incidents that happened, so many setbacks that just was frustrating me so much. I was so tired. It was like 12 in the morning. I had to get up at like 4 in the morning. I had to pack up the car. I had to still print out my menu. There was a lot of stuff I had to do and I wasn't done making all the cakes. I was just so tired and I was like, you know what, maybe I could just push an hour or two. You can do it! To just finish it off. I physically couldn't because I was just like, you know, I don't want to give subpar quality. I want to give the best quality, and if I don't have any energy in me, I cannot give the best quality. So I was like, you know what, I went to the drawing board. I was like, I don't think it's like a good idea for me to go to this event. It's 3.5 hours away. I don't have a hotel to stay in, and it's just a lot. It was a bad choice for me. I ended up finding this other event that was happening. It was a racetrack event. It was happening like an hour away, and it was like the next day after that one. I was like, okay, that gives me an extra day to prep all this stuff. I don't want to be so tired where I do okay when I know I can be well rested and do. Instead of booking a hotel, I might as well just put the money towards this event. So I paid $100 vendor fee to be at this event. I thought it was gonna be really easy, but it was just like problem after problem after problem. So the fact that I sat down and I cried.
Oh my god! Even though it's from, oh my god!
It was little stuff after little stuff after little stuff. Get to the event. Well, I was out there from like 1:30 to like 10:30. I set up my booth. My booth was really pretty. Here's the thing. If you sell shorts in the wintertime, they're not gonna sell as good as they would in the summertime. You guys know how when you go to like anywhere in Florida, especially like Orlando or like where Disney is. But if you've ever been to Orlando, you know how they have those wacky stores where they sell all kind of tourists and stuff, right? Those stores do well because of where they're at. They're in Orlando. A lot of tourists go to Orlando because Disney World, you have Universal Studios, you have a lot of stuff there, and people tend to buy stuff that's touristy there. However, if you was to take that same store and you put it in the middle of a college town, or you put it in the middle of a town that doesn't have tourists, it's not gonna do well. That's one thing that I learned big time, because this was a racetrack that I was at. And what do they do at racetrack besides racing? They drink alcohol.
I love the time, baby. And I love wheeling it down. Yeah, right. I love it.
And if you know, sweets and alcohol don't really go together. No. If it was chicken wings and alcohol, they go together real bad.
We go together now?
Real bad.
But sweets and alcohol did not go together. So a lot of people were drinking at this event. A lot of people did not really care to have sweets. A little different if it was kind of like how the Rick Ross car show is, where there's like hundreds and thousands of people. That'll be different. But this event wasn't hundreds of people. I did not have as many sales as I was hoping. I did not sell out, and I had a lot of product left over. Around like $1,000 of merchandise that I had on me, and I sold $310 of that. Cost, it was $100 to get into the event for like the vendor fee, $250 in groceries, plus another $50 from that other event. So right there, that is $400 already spent on stuff. And I did spend some money on some miscellaneous things, so that's like another $50. So that right there is what, $350? I made $310.
Be nice. I'm finding it. It takes you that long to find it?
However, I did get a lot of great data from this, so it wasn't fully at a loss. I did lose out on money. However, I did get a lot of data. I did learn that it matters where you set up at. It matters where you sell at. You cannot sell everywhere. You have to go where it's demanded. It's smart for Crumble Cookie to put a Crumble Cookie on a college campus versus to put a Crumble Cookie in like a retirement home. Like, I don't know, like it makes more sense. So I was able to enlighten myself on that matters. And also, I got really good data because 65% of people that bought from me during that event returned. They returned. And I know that's probably like, okay, but that is so impressive. So that let me know that my product is really good and people really enjoy it, because I had one girl return 3 times. She bought the strawberry vanilla cream cookies, like with the cream cheese frosting. She bought that 3 times. She actually bought it, really liked it, recommended somebody else. They came and bought something, and then she came back and bought something else, and then she bought some more cookies. There was another guy who returned 5 times. 5 times, because my mom was like, you know what, you're gonna need to sell lemonade. And at first I was like, why would I sell lemonade? But she was right. It's good that we sell lemonade, because it actually helped out a lot, and a lot of people bought lemonade. And he came back and he had like his own cup. He was like, how much to fill this up for the lemonade? And I was like, I don't know, I charge you double for it. And I was like, you good? Because he was leaning a little bit. Did end up buying some cookies, which was good. And there was multiple people that would come back twice and buy more stuff for later on. And there was somebody that was like, girl, those cookies were so good. So it let me know that I have a really good product and people enjoy it. For me to have a return rate like that and for people to come back again, I know I have a good product. I know that the product is good. I know that people liked it. Now I can take that information and put it towards my business. Like, okay, we have a good product. We have 65% of customers returning from this one event. That is really impressive. That is actually insane that I had that amount. I may have not had hundreds and hundreds of customers because the clientele there was hundreds of people. However, I had people returning and I had people telling me that they were really good. So even if they didn't come back and buy more, they were just like, yo girl, keep doing what you're doing. That's good, which is enough for me. And I might have not made the money. I might have actually lost a lot of money in it, but I learned a lot of data from it. And now next time I do an event like this, I know that I need to check what kind of event it is, what's the demographic of the people that are coming there, so that I can actually use that to benefit, to grow my business. The information that I got is actually something study that people will pay money for, so it's very useful. But even though I had all this stuff left over, and I'm just like, what am I going to do with all these cookies and cakes? So you know what I did? I went off the event and I sold some more. So I fixed 3 bags of stuff. I called up my aunt, my brother, and my mom. I was like, hey, I need y'all to sell some stuff for me. They all work in like industry plants, so like a lot of people are there. I gave a bag to my aunt, I gave a bag to my brother, and I gave a bag to my mom. My aunt, she actually texted me and she was like, hey, we're probably going to have to lower the price of the cookies. And I was just like, no, absolutely no, because at first I was like, no, because they're $3 each cookie. There's $6 in the pack. And I'm like, these cookies are gigantic. These are big cookies. Like, these are actually worth the price. But I also had to take my pride to the side. I'm like, you need to get rid of this inventory. So I was like, okay, you know what? If I have to, then we can go down on the price. Luckily, she did not go down on the price. She did end up selling like $30 worth of stuff. Then she hit me with the text that she's sick. I told her, you know what? Keep everything and just get what you want out of there. And then I told her to send it to another family member and let them get what they want out of there. So that took a loss of a lot of cookies that I had. A lot of cookies and cakes that I had. I ended up just giving it to the family members. And then on my part, I was able to sell probably around another $50. I hit up friends like, hey, would you like to buy anything? I hit up like on Facebook Marketplace, because I did the same thing where I had to do last year, where I went out into like the public area and trying to sell my products, like going into Walmarts and just like, hey, you know, at a discounted price, because you have to do what you have to do, especially when you don't have a storefront. I don't have a store where I could just give out stuff, you know? So I had to hustle. I really had to hustle and put it in. My brother ended up bringing in like $60, I think, and then my mom brought in the most. I think my brother brought in like $40. My mom brought in around like $60. Also, shout out to if you guys have a Facebook, you should go follow him on Facebook, the Hip Hop Foodie. He's on TikTok and he's on Facebook. His order really helped put me at the whole, like, a lot. So shout out to him. Go follow him, because he makes cookies and cakes and cupcakes. He does the same thing I do, but he chooses to support me, and I really appreciate that, because that was really nice of him to do so. Even when I had to stay up for 16 hours, But that's the part of having a business. I think we get so used to seeing when we go online and we see on TikTok and YouTube and all these social sites. I think we get so caught up in seeing the positives and seeing everything like go so well. But that's part of business that I learned. And I feel like this year in my business, I've been learning that running a business is hard, and it's a lot of loss to some stuff. There are positive into business, but there are a lot of loss. And sadly, this event was a loss. However, the knowledge that I learned will definitely help me in the next case to where it could be a gain for me. I've taken a lot of knowledge from this. I learned a lot of knowledge from this. Even though I was hoping for a nice payday, I've been wanting to pay myself so bad because this year as a business owner, I have not been able to really pay myself. Everything goes towards right back to the business or towards bills. And it's just like, it would have been nice to have been able to pay myself. But honestly, if I would have paid myself, it would have went straight to the bills. So that's the part about having a business. One day I'm going to be able to pay myself an actual wage, and that's going to be really nice. But right now, it's not the case, and that's okay because my business will grow. I have faith in it. I have prosper in it. I know it's going to do well. And it takes hard work to own a business, and that's like the part of the series that I wanted to make, of just seeing the ups and downs of growing a business. And it's okay. Some stuff work out, but just because it didn't work out right now doesn't mean that it won't ever work out. Right after the event, I got sick. I was bedridden, and I overworked myself, but that wasn't why I got sick. But I overworked myself, which made my sickness worse. But I'm feeling better now. I'm not sick anymore. I think I still am sick, but like I'm not like sick. Like I'm good. Like, you know, it taught me a lesson is I have to take care of my body. I can't overwork myself because I was overworking myself, and since I was overworking myself, my vessel gave out. There is no business without you. You have to take breaks for yourself. You have to give yourself grace. With the business, it is constantly working, because you're working and it's like you're getting paid pennies because, you know, I'm healthy now. I learned a lot of lessons. If you want to watch me grow my business and do other videos, please stick with me, subscribe, whatever. Be on this journey with me. And yeah, so yeah, see y'all guys in the next video. Bye.